going on, YouTubers? And metalheads, because this is kind of a little bit. Sorry. This is kind of a late response to this. It's not old news. It's not new news. It's not old news. But and it's not like I haven't done a video in a long time, but I promised I'd do one very, very soon. Like a week went by. I was pretty busy this weekend, and I was gonna do this yesterday. I was gonna do this on Saturday. Then I had a party to go to. I was gonna do this. No, I was gonna do this on Saturday. I had a party to go to. I was gonna do this yesterday, but then my dad came in town, and I was pretty busy then. So I finally got around to doing this now, and this is about Jeff Hanneman, the guitarist for one of the guitarists for Slayer, and one of the founding members of Slayer. Has passed away last Thursday, because it's Monday now, but passed away last Thursday at age 49. Now supposedly it was liver failure from what I heard, and they're saying that it had to do with that spire-bite that he got, I think 2 years prior, maybe a year. And the doctor that came in turned out to be a Slayer fan, and he was like, hey, you know, I know how to save your arm, you know, I'm going to do it, because they were saying that he might have had to lose his arm, but he was like, no, I'm going to do whatever I can so he can go back on stage and play. So, you know, so I think everything went well, and he got back on, you know, he started playing again, but he had this flesh-eating disease, I guess, after the bite, and I'm guessing it was caused from that bite, and that really messed with him, and I mean, obviously, and they're saying that I'm hearing that they're saying that the spire-bite has nothing to do with it, or that it does. I don't know, but that's what I've heard, and you know, basically, you know, he was. If you don't know who Slayer is, and this is for the non-metalheads that might be watching this video, I'm sure people who have looked up this video are metalheads, are wanting to know what happened. But if you don't know who Slayer is, and if you don't know who Jeff Hanneman is, he's you know, I've been a big fan of Slayer for a very, very, very long time. Or, well, I guess I can't say that. I discovered them when I was, I think, 9 or 10 years old, and you know, I think to this day they're still probably my favorite thrash metal band, right next to Destruction and all that. And you know, they released Show No Mercy, Hell Awaits, on and on and on and on. But Jeff Hanneman and Kerry King, I believe. I'm not the biggest Slayer fan, but I know a lot of stuff about them. From what I heard, it was Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman that are the ones that formed the band, and they're both they both have dual solos and everything, or they both play the same solo and they all go crazy and everything, and both of them are some of my favorite heavy metal guitarists, or at least metal guitarists, period. He was the one that wrote. But I believe him and Kerry King were the ones that wrote a lot of the lyrics and a lot of the riffs and everything. And that's basically it. And Slayer's always been one of my favorite, like I said, one of my favorite bands. It was just, I mean, at such a young age for me personally, it was like, you know, well, this is something new. This is something really extreme, you know. I'm looking at badass because I listen to that. I mean, you know, personally, that's just badass music. I don't consider myself a badass. I make jokes about myself, anything like that. You know, but I just think it's badass music, and I thought I was a badass when I first heard it. You know, so you know, so it was a new thing for me when I first discovered it. You know, and then I just got more and more into it, and then, you know, that's how eventually I got into. I didn't really go past heavier stuff. I actually went lower down to like Kiss, and then Kiss turned out to be my favorite band. Kiss, Motley Crue, Journey, LA Guns, Dokken, then to like bands like Venom, and then Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, then to Jimi Hendrix, Then ended up like the Stooges and different things like that. Later on, I would discover like death metal, like Decapitated, Suffocation, Cannibal Corpse. I'm not a big fan of cattle decapitation, but that's just a an example. So or decapitated, sorry, or I think I said decapitation, or no, there's cattle decapitation and there was decapitated. I get both those mixed up. So Slayer was really the one that started off for me. It was Slayer and Metallica. They were the ones that, obviously Slayer took it further with more demonic stuff and all that. And I just thought that was awesome, or it was just so fast, it was so aggressive. And so that was one of the bands that actually led me into thrash metal. Well, there's really not much I have to say in this video. I just want to make another video and talk about this subject, throw that out there, and I mean, he was supposed to he was supposed to record a album later on, and this happened, and he didn't get seek immediate, or Jeff Hanneman, he didn't seek immediate treatment, so, and then ended up dying really at a young age, 49. That's young. Well, if you like Slayer, if you're a big Slayer fan, I want to hear, and if I'm missing anything, about this story, drop it down there. Tell me your thoughts about this. If you're a big Slayer fan, what got you into Slayer, or just anything. I don't care what it is. You just drop it down there, and if you don't mind, subscribe, like. See you guys next video.